mom in Canada gave birth to her baby boy while she was fast asleep. Nobody noticed. Not the nurses, not her husband, not her sister or her cousin, all of whom were in the room. Her son delivered himself, lay quietly under a pile of blankets, and waited patiently for someone to find him. He is 3 months old now, and by all accounts, still exactly that calm. This is one of the most extraordinary birth stories you will ever hear. Carolina Moreno is a 27-year-old mom of 3 from Canada, already a mother to a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old with her husband Jorge Carrera. When she went in for her induction for baby number 3, things moved faster than expected. She tested positive for Group B streptococcus, meaning she needed antibiotics before her water could be broken. She was already 3 centimeters dilated and her cervix was thin, so the medical team wanted to get started right away. A few hours later, nurses broke her water and began administering Pitocin, a drug used to stimulate labor. Moreno felt uncomfortable. Her baby was not in a good position. She called for her epidural. An hour passed. The epidural had not kicked in. Moreno hit the button to administer an extra dose. Then again, then a third time. Finally, the epidural took effect. The discomfort faded, and Carolina Moreno, exhausted, comfortable, and no longer in pain, fell asleep. Her husband was in the room, her sister was in the room, her cousin was in the room. Everyone settled in to wait for the labor to progress. None of them had any idea that it already had. While Moreno slept, nurses had been coming in and out of the room to check on the baby's heartbeat. The monitor had gone off before. The baby was active and liked to move, sometimes shifting the sensor out of position. Nobody was overly concerned when it happened again. A nurse came in to find the heartbeat. She looked, she adjusted, she kept looking. Minutes passed. And as those minutes passed, even through the fog of sleep and medication, Moreno began to wake up. Because something felt wrong. I started to get worried, she recalled. Because obviously she's not finding him. The nurse asked Moreno to lie on her back. As Moreno shifted position, the nurse's hands were still on her stomach, and she noticed something. She points out that my stomach feels really weird, Moreno said. Moreno went to adjust her legs and felt something on the bed. She did not know what it was. I swear I thought it was going to be like my placenta or my uterus had popped out, she recalled. I never thought it was going to be my baby. The nurse lifted the blanket. And there, face down, silent, under a pile of blankets, was her son. He had delivered himself. Completely silently, completely undetected. While his mother slept and his father, sister, and cousin sat in the same room. He's face down, he's not crying. And I just panic. The nurse swiftly picked him up and began to rub him. Moreno was screaming. Her husband, jolted awake, thought he had simply missed the birth. He had no idea they had all missed the birth. And then, the baby cried. Even after her son started crying, Moreno said she could not immediately process that he was okay. The shock of finding him under the blankets, face down, silent, having been there for several minutes, was too much to absorb instantly. She had feared the worst, but he was fine, born healthy, born calm, born completely on his own terms. The nurse didn't deliver him, Moreno said. He delivered himself. We had no idea he was even out. Moreno shared her story in a now viral TikTok video, and the response has been extraordinary. Because what happened next is perhaps the most delightful part of the whole story. Her son, now 3 months old, is by his mother's own description, the calmest, most easygoing baby she has ever had. He is not a crier. You lay him down, and he falls asleep. It was incredibly scary finding him on his stomach, under the blankets, not crying, Moreno said. But now that we know his personality, it really makes sense. He's just the most calm baby. He arrived into the world quietly and peacefully, and apparently decided that was the vibe he was going for. She calls him absolutely amazing. And despite the trauma of those first terrifying moments, Moreno says she feels very lucky. Carolina Moreno fell asleep in a hospital bed in Canada. While she slept, her son decided he was ready. He arrived quietly, tucked himself under the blankets, and waited patiently for someone to notice. He has been doing exactly that ever since. If you found this story as extraordinary and as heartwarming as we did, please subscribe so you don't miss our next update.